Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel Daysi DIY. In this video I will show you how to make this wood stand using items from the Dollar Tree. If you want to see a step by step, please keep watching. So first thing we're gonna need for this project, it's gonna be a piece of wood, and this wood is 4 by 4, and I had this wood on my storage. We're going to sand our wood, and for that we're gonna be using a sandpaper. This sandpaper is from Dollar Tree. And this is how it looks once we're done sanding our wood. So now we're going to be using the Waverly chalk paint on color Truffe. I got this paint from Walmart. To create this stain that I have in this small container, what I did, I put a little bit of paint and I use a little bit of water, and once I combine all together I start mixing it until I get this texture. So now I'm gonna be using my brush to stain the wood. So now I'm gonna be using a paper towel to remove the paint. We just want a little bit in the wood, and my paint is still wet right now. So now we're gonna let dry the paint. So now we're gonna distress our wood, and for that we're gonna be using this sandpaper. I got it from Dollar Tree, and we're just gonna be focused more in the edges of the wood. And this is how it's gonna look once we're done. So now we're going to be using 4 wood crafts cubes, and I got this one from Dollar Tree also. And we're going to be using the same paint that I showed you how to create to paint the cubes, and with the same brush. So I'm just using a little bit of paint, and I'm focused more on the edges of the cubes. I'm going to do the same step to the other 3 cubes. So now I'm going to be using the Waverly chalk paint on color mineral, and I got this paint from Walmart. And what we're going to do, we're going to distress a little bit the cubes just on the edges, and I'm going to be using a small brush. And I'm going to do the same step to the other 3 cubes. So now we're going to be using the Waverly chalk paint on color mineral, and I'm going to be using this stencil. I got it from Dollar Tree, and we're going to be using the word sweet and home. I'm going to be using this painter's tape to hold my stencil. So I'm using a Cosmetic sponge to paint the letters, but I will recommend you to use a small brush so it won't bleed the paint through the wood. You guys can see that my letters, they didn't come out really good, so I'm just gonna fix it with my brush and with the same paint the letters. So now we're gonna put the word home, and to hold my stencil I'm gonna use again the painter's tape, and you guys can see this time I'm using a small brush. Also, I'm gonna be using the Waverly chalk paint on color mineral. And I'm just using a little bit of paint at a time. So now I'm going to be using this stencil wheel. I got it from Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just going to be using the arrows. And I'm just going to place my arrow between the letters. And I'm going to be using the same paint and the same brush. So now I'm going to put one arrow in the front. And I'm going to be using the Waverly chalk paint on color mineral, and I'm going to use the same brush. So I decided to put on the two sides arrows and the back. To paint the arrows, I'm going to be using the Waverly chalk paint on color mineral, and also I'm going to be using the same brush. So now we're going to be using the Waverly chalk paint on color mineral, and we're going to use the same brush with a little bit paint, and we're going to be distress the wood just on the edges. And this is how it's gonna look once we're done. So I just placed my 4 wood cubes in the wood, and I just put it clear to the edges. And to glue them, I'm gonna be using the wood glue for a strong hold, and I got this glue from Dollar Tree. And this is how it's gonna look once we're done with our project. Also, I wait until the glue dry 24 hours. So that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to be notified. And please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much.